Namaste everyone. Thank you for joining in this video. So this video is about discussing the criteria which considers that a person actually has a very blessed and a very powerful horoscope. Okay. And these criteria I have mentioned from the book Muhurta Chintamani. Okay. Parashara also mentions this criteria in a few of his write-ups in the entire length of the Virhat Parashara Hora Shastra. But then when I use the word blessings and blessed and powerful, there is a lot of layered meaning to that. Okay. And a blessed and a promising or a powerful horoscope is one that has a lot of placements which are encouraging, and benefic, and also a horoscope which has limited malefic planets, or malefic bhavas and houses, can be considered to be a blessed and a promising horoscope. Okay. Now, our horoscope is really considered to be influential. The first and the most important criteria is that if you have a conjunction of the fifth and the ninth lord. Okay. What it shows is this conjunction. It shows that this influence of the fifth lord and the ninth lord on each other is going to bring a lot of blessings to the native throughout his or her entire lifespan. Okay. And whenever you have this fifth and ninth lord joining each other, it implies that the person is very, very lucky, because whatever promises are there in the chart, it shows those promises are going to be fulfilled some, sooner or later throughout throughout the person's lifetime. Okay. So another indication of a blessed or a promising horoscope is the position of the moon. Okay. Vedic astrology is all about the moon. That is the reason it is also known as lunar astrology. Okay. So if your moon is exalted, or if it is placed in a, in its own house, and aspected or conjoining, if it is aspected or conjoined by friendly planets, so that is another clue of a blessed horoscope in general terms. Okay. The other factors which I have seen that indicate the person is really blessed is that if the person has an influential sun, Mars, and the third house. Okay. So why the sun? Because the sun is the direction of the soul. The sun represents the natural light of the soul. Mars is your ability to act. Mars is your ability to fight for whatever you think is right. And the third house, of course, is the house of action. Okay. So if you have these three conditions in, if you have the sun, the Mars, and your third house in good shape, then also it indicates a really powerful horoscope. Again, the most powerful Kendra is the 10th house. And if you have a really powerful 10th house, and if the 10th lord is really well placed, then also you can be considered to be a very lucky individual. That means you are here to do something huge during this stay on the earth. Okay. Now in Kali Yuga, remember we are in Kali Yuga. Okay. So Kali Yuga is all about the 11th house. So if you have an influential 11th house, and that 11th lord either joins the 5th lord or the 4th lord, then also it means that you are a really blessed and a super lucky individual. Okay. So what does Muhurta Chintamani say? Okay. And as I said, these conditions have been taken from Parashara as well as from Muhurta Chintamani. So Muhurta Chintamani speaks a lot about the 5th house. Okay, the 5th house and the 5th lord. And as I said in the beginning of this topic, if the 5th lord is placed in the 5th house, or if it joins the 9th house and also getting an aspect from Jupiter, then this native will be highly learned. Okay, and will be a scholar and ambassador in a foreign country. Okay, so this means that the native will get a lot of fame, will get a lot of respect because of his or her knowledge. Okay. Similarly, Muhurta Chintamani also says about the placement of Jupiter in the 5th house. Okay, so if Jupiter is placed in the 5th house, or Jupiter is ruled, if Jupiter is aspecting the 5th house, then this person is going to be very, very prominent or very, very influential after childbirth. Okay, and the real prosperity will start after childbirth. And even if the person has children, then these children will be very, very, will be responsible for the bhagya udaya, or the rise of destiny for the individual, and that will lead to a lot of satisfaction for this person. Okay. Saturn is known as the kingmaker in Jyotish. Okay, so if the fifth lord is somehow associated with Saturn, and then this Saturn is sitting or aspecting the third house, and or sitting and aspecting the 11th house, then this person is bound to become the architect of his or her own destiny, and life will lead to a lot of profits. Okay, again, Parashara mentions this condition, the relationship of the fifth house and the 10th house. Okay, the 10th lord in the fifth house, the fifth lord in the 10th house, or both of them joining each other. In that case, the person will gain a lot from his work or employment. Okay, and will achieve great heights in their work. And these people, they are very good at completing work. They will be very disciplined. And if this conjunction, or if this condition is receiving the aspect, or the conjunction of Jupiter, then for these people, the sky becomes the limit. Okay. Another condition which I have seen for a blessed horoscope is the position of the second lord in the fifth house, or the 9th house, or 11th house. In that case, the person also becomes very rich, very influential. And these people, they might face a few tough situations during during their early formative years, but their later life is going to be really, really comfortable. Okay. Now, if Saturn is somehow placed in Cancer, or Saturn is somehow related to the fourth lord, okay, then initially the person might be forced to be away from their mother or motherland, or even their family. But then these people will build their own house, a lavish house as such, from far away from their motherland and from their birth city. And these people I've seen having more than one property. And but then this comes with a few pitfalls as such, because I've seen this combination in people who have had a very rich and lavish lifestyle, but in their old age they are forced to be lonely with a lot of sorrowful situations. Okay, so these are the conditions that Parashara describes, which are described in Muhurta Chintamani as well. And these are the conditions that I found working if one is said to have a really blessed and a really influential horoscope. Okay. Do let me know if you have these conditions in the chart, and do let me know how life is working for you with these conditions. And as always, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to this. Share the content if you find it useful. Please share it with your friends and family, and please leave behind your suggestions in the comment box regarding what topics I should take up in my upcoming videos. Okay, so that's it from me in this video. I'll see you soon in yet another video. Namaste. Om Gurave Namaha.